Hey, welcome back to Cedar Porch Homestead. I'm JR. This is going to be an interesting video because we just went through a Category 1 hurricane. I'm coming off a 32-hour shift and about to be home. Courtney said that we were without power right now, but everything is structurally okay from what she says. But we're without power and we have a lot of limbs down. Now, as I've been driving home, I have seen a ton of destruction and limbs down and trees down. So I'm a little worried as to what I'm coming home to. But yeah, so it looks like we're probably at least gonna have some work ahead of us. The news said that we had 80-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 110. So if you don't know what high winds can do, they can do a lot. As I'm pulling on our street, I've already see one tree down here. So, well, lots of trees down, I guess. So we're gonna see what the damage is and I guess hit it head on. So let me get a shower first. Okay, I'm home, checking things out. I got me a shower because I needed one really bad. Funny story, when you don't have electricity and you don't have hot water, sometimes that ice cold shower really wakes you up. So as you can probably hear in the background pretty clear, the generator's running because yes, we still do not have power. Well, that was pretty opportunistic because we just ran out of propane on our generator. That's okay, I've got a backup tank. I'm about to start running it on that. But we're gonna use this quiet so I can actually tell you how we fared out. And I'm really, really impressed with how things kind of worked because I thought I was a little worried that my structure here, my chicken run, it is on an Amazon base that we have. We have videos on how we built that. If you want to check that out, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Maybe I'll link that in the description below. But that thing stood up to this weather just fine. And like I said earlier, we had 80-mile-an-hour winds sustained and gusts up to 110 miles an hour here at our house, which I thought was going to blow that structure away. But it is doing just fine. We have lots and lots of limbs down. And this tree here, my goat pen, looks like I'm gonna have to cut that one down because it's on a pretty intense lean. Now, have you ever heard of the phrase madder than a wet hen? Well, these guys can tell you how mad they were when I got home because they were soaking wet with all that rain that got pushed in with the wind. So most of what we have are these really small limbs from our pecan trees and our oak trees. Now I do have some bigger limbs that fell down as well. We're gonna have to get those cut up this week. My baby bunnies, they all did excellent in their structure here. This guy was a little wet this morning, but the ones I was worried about were my babies here. And all my babies did just fine. They were nice and warm and dry in their nest here. Oh, his eyes are open. That's day one of his eyes open. How cool is that? Okay, but all those guys are super good. Mama's being a good mama. Thank you, Mama. So all our rabbits did really, really well. Miss Reese, who is in her pen now since the storms passed, she was in the shop last night. She did fine. Didn't really want to go out and go to the potty this morning, I was told, because we were on the back side of the eye and she just didn't want to deal with that, according to my wife. But she's good. The quail, they are doing phenomenal. So the aviary was another structure I was a little bit worried about because, let's face it, all it is a big wind sail, no sides, not as much weight as if it was grounded and on cinder blocks that were buried in the ground and it was concreted in. So this guy fared out extremely well, didn't move at all, held up really well. Now what did not hold up very well is my garden. So my trellis for my sweet potatoes, that fell down. I had this trellis here that pulled down and pulled some tomato plants out with it. And the wind just kind of ravaged everything else. My tomatoes over here look terrible because, well, I guess 80-mile-an-hour winds, the tomatoes just didn't hold up really well. So the trellis that I have over here, I mean, it's standing, but not to say a whole lot of my tomatoes are going to do well out of this. We have debris from a construction site that's about a block away, and we have a little bit of standing water because it dumped quite a bit of rain with this system. And again, like I said, tons and tons of little limbs, a few bigger limbs that we're going to have to cut up. Now my plan, rather than do what all my neighbors do, and which is get all this out to the street for heavy trash, well, I have my chipper. So this week when I get home, I'm going to get all this ready, and it's going to go through the chipper, and it's going to go back in the garden to create a bigger space there and create that deep litter, deep mulch, back to Eden style garden that I like. And it makes the garden just go a whole lot better too. All right, as I've been walking around doing these last minute chores, checking and assessing the damage that we have, which, God, I have to say we are so blessed that we don't have any structural damage here. My house turned out fine. Our structures for our animals, they're all fine. All our animals are in good spirits and good health right now. We have a few limbs down, no big deal. Power's out. We have a generator I'm about to hook back up with some more propane. So we're gonna have power. Everything is fine. So many people out there did not fare out as well as what we did, and my heart and our prayers go out to those individuals. Now, one of the things that I am again blessed with is I had a company reach out, and they just sent me these boots that I'm wearing right now. Now the name is High C, Hisea. I'll leave a link in the description below because I really like my new boots. Now these are little high tops, they're slip-on, they're just chorin boots for us, which it's so hard to find a good chorin boot that you can just slip on, that you don't have to worry about getting wet, getting muddy. So we're really impressed with them. They were nice enough to give me a discount code for you guys. So if you go on their website at checkout, enter Cedar Porch, and you will get a 15% discount on your order. So not only do they have these mud boots, they have all kinds of other mud boots. They have leather boots, they have work shoes, they also have hip waders and regular duck waders. So check that website out. It's got like a 100-year warranty on their products. Customer service is phenomenal. Those guys took really good care of me, set me up with these boots. So I want to make sure that you guys get that discount because I really like these chorin boots that we got today. So as this week rolls on, I have a lot of work we got to get done. We're going to chip all these branches up and get those into our garden and expand some areas there. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified when we come out with new videos. Give us a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed, and we'll see you on our next video. Take care.